going on? It's your girl Shantae C checking in for another 10 things. It's a Wednesday. We're happy. We're in the building. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here back in the building.
Yes.
We're going to get into some of the celebrity tea, guys.
And some things.
And some things for sure. We're going to start out by shouting out our sponsor here, Lucky Coin. If you have a small business that you want to grow and make some money,
Moolah.
hit us up and we will get you in touch.
Yes. So what we got going on this week?
All right. Well, let's start out with some congrats to our girl Tay Tay, little Taylor Swift. So, well, people got a lot to say, okay?
Okay.
But we're going to still congrats Tay Tay. So the NFL, they released a little promo video.
Okay.
For Thursday, first game.
Mm-hmm.
And they saying Tay Tay got more airtime than the best players out there. For the
What is she doing?
for the clip for the promo.
What's she
video.
doing?
Well,
in the video, she just sitting there.
Well, she's doing a lot. She got 5 appearances in 28 seconds.
What the world?
And they saying that some of the most star players
don't even get that much playtime.
Didn't get hardly any playtime. They're showing clips from like last football season, 2023. You know, just trying to get everybody hyped up, but they're not showing any players. They're showing Taylor.
They trying to get Taylor Swift's fan base. Is what they're trying to get.
Well, they're doing a good job at that. And Shantae Smart, see these marketing brains. We know what's going on.
Yeah, we know what's up.
Well, congrats, Tay Tay, girl. You all.
Well, if she's getting money, and we can't congratulate her unless we know she's getting some cash money for it.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
she's well. Screw the cash money. Listen, Tay Tay got the airtime.
I don't care about that.
She's getting some cash money.
Listen, I don't care about that.
But she's getting the airtime.
Maybe not, because, you know, they like she had a public game.
Listen.
Do they pay every person that they put on TV? No.
I don't know, but
no.
I know some sports people that owe me some money. Because I've been on a Jumbotron. Do you get paid for being on the Jumbotron?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll keep y'all posted. What else you got?
All right, and then tonight, y'all know our favorite Mr. Luda is recognized tonight at the Battery.
At the Braves game.
At the Braves game. They're doing Luda night. Gave the man a whole night. Celebrating him. I talked about it last week. He's throwing the first pitch. And
Nia is super excited.
And I'm super excited about it.
So we gonna see what happens.
And y'all. Who knows? Me and Shantae, we just might have saw that first pitch. We don't know. We'll let y'all know. We'll show y'all a snippet.
This one. I'm not really sure, guys. What else we got going on?
All right. So, girl, let's take it back in the day, okay? So, 2 Live Crew, okay?
Uh-huh.
So, Uncle Luke had made a statement saying that all these women that sexualize with their music owe him some royalties. Okay?
I'm sure he was just joking. Lord.
So, he was just joking. Okay?
Thank the Lord.
But he's saying women like Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, that, who else he got on his list?
All of them.
Sexy Red, of course. He said they all owe him some royalties. Okay. But Ed Lover feel like it's no laughing matter. It's true.
Well, the thing is, and what people don't know, if you don't know your history about Uncle Luke, but he went to the Supreme Court to fight for the right for people to stand up for the First Amendment. So, the First Amendment is freedom of speech. So, they were trying to censor what he was saying on his records. And he went and said, no, you can't censor me. You cannot censor me. That's against the First Amendment. So he, in the 80s, he went and he fought and won. So for every single rapper out there who could just say whatever they want to say on their records, for every girl and female group singing all crazy and singing all this stuff, sexualized and all that, you can thank Uncle Luke, because he fought for the right for us to be able to exercise the First Amendment.
All right, so I like it.
Yeah. So for those who don't know.
Hey, Shantae laid it out for us.
Yeah. So that's why he say they owe him royalties. But I'm sure he was just doing it in a joking manner. But in all seriousness, if it was not for him, we would not be able to express ourselves in the way that we do.
And what Uncle Luke said best. He said a lot of things. I just thought of some stuff that I don't even know.
Girl, we ain't even gonna say that.
He said, and my head. Yeah, I'm thinking of some things. It's coming back to me.
And it's all coming back to her now.
Right. I haven't listened to a nice Uncle Luke.
A nice what song is nice by Uncle Luke? I'm just trying to see.
Down.
So what else is going on?
All right, and so you guys, let's keep Irv Gotti in our prayers. So a lot of people don't know, but 6 months ago he had a stroke. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Due to his diabetes, weight, all kind of stuff. So he is recovered and well. They had rumors going around that he was in a recovery house and all this. That's not true. The man is home with his family. But he has turned a lot of his health issues around by losing weight and watching what he eat. I read that, stop drinking and all. I don't know how true that is, but definitely he's lost weight and he's very conscious about what he eats. So
that's great for him.
Yeah, that is really good for him. I always thought he was a good looking guy too.
Well, what does make me sad that you say that about people's health, Fat Man Scoop, he passed last week.
But did he pass?
Yes, he died.
Okay, but wasn't he doing a concert?
In the middle of the concert.
In the middle of the concert and fell out. Yeah. Wow. So we'll keep him in
August the 30th.
That's so sad.
Yep. So I'm sure it was related to health issues because, of course, Fat Man Scoop, he was a big guy. So, and that health thing is so important.
Yeah.
I mean, you really, as you can see, the ladies of tea and things, we've been slimming it down over the past couple of months because, listen, we want to be around here for y'all to keep giving y'all the good tea.
You the good tea.
What else we got going on?
Well, that's all. I mean, I can't go through it all because they got Diddy going on and all kind of. We're gonna get into that next week.
Oh Lord,
we're gonna get back in that next week.
What is going on?
Nicki Minaj is fighting with everybody. I'm gonna give y'all that next week. Lord. But I like Nicki. Y'all know
I like Nicki too.
I'm Nicki's girl.
I like Nicki too. So we're gonna jump on into this topic, and it is all about the fine details. So, have you ever been in a situation where a person only gives you just enough information for you to know what's going on, but to not really be able to make a decision?
Yeah.
Where they say, hey, you want to go to the movies? They ain't tell you what movie it is, when the movie start, well, where y'all planning on going to the movies, who gonna be there with y'all, is it a food grill and bar, or you gonna have to eat before you go, is it a popcorn, like the answers are in the details, people.
Y'all talk about me because I said questions. Y'all know I like questions.
So
And that's why.
I find that this translates so much throughout just life in general, right? So, you know, when you have relationships, right? And these relationships, sometimes if you don't get into the details, like you can't just assume that a person knows everything or that they know what it is you're thinking, because you could be doing one thing, but if you haven't clarified the finer details of what you're looking for, what you want, how you going to move, how you going to maneuver, then it becomes an issue, because now you have an expectation in your mind about what it should be, but that other person has no idea that you feeling that way because you did not get into the details. Have you ever had a situation like
Yeah, all the time. That's why I ask a lot of questions. Because I do. I do because, like you said, somebody might just throw something out.
right?
And if you, so who, so let's roll it back a little bit. Who's respond? Okay, so if somebody throws something at you,
Who's responsible to
let's do
clarify?
let's do dinner on Friday. Let's do dinner on Friday. Sure.
So who's responsible
So
to
then
clarify?
Friday come and this person is hitting you up at 5, which you don't get off of work till 5. Whose responsibility? And now they got an attitude like, oh my God, I made the reservation for 5. Well, nobody asked questions. And whose responsibility was it
to clarify the
clarify the
details?
details? So I always make sure that my details are clarified because
Well, I believe that it is the person who gives the initial statement. The person who gives the initial statement should be the person that gives the detail, right? And then if you're the person on the receiving end and you feel like you haven't got enough detail, then I think the responsibility falls on you.
well, okay.
What do you
Let's.
think?
I think you gotta clarify and get the details because I feel like sometimes people leave the details out
Purposefully.
Like, hey girl, can you help me move on Friday? Well, sure.
But you didn't
You
realize
didn't, you didn't realize it's just me and you. I got it with me, you, your husband, and how long? Like nobody got any information. So I always go get the information so that nobody's upset with me
when I gotta leave after an hour.
At the end, when I'm like, girl, I got a bad back. I can't pick up anything.
Right.
I
thought you wanted me to just help you wrap the stuff up. I didn't know you.
So I clarify, and then I've learned, and this can help. I've learned once I clarify the details
to confirm.
Them in writing so that I can pull them back up to you. Like, hey, you know,
you should have to like this is a business transaction, y'all.
I'm telling you, you got to. I confirm them in writing. You know, I'll be like, hey, I got us all set for. Hey, girl, I'm coming to help you move on Friday. I send it back in a text. Coming to help you move on Friday. Remember, I can only stay till 3, like I told you, and can't pick up anything too heavy.
And that too heavy is over 20 pounds.
Yeah,
it's over 20 pounds.
Specify that.
You got to spell it out.
Maybe you didn't know that I couldn't pick up
because
the whole damn sofa by myself.
To me, nothing too heavy. Like sometimes the couches don't be that heavy, so you like, okay, we can get this couch. You like, no, girl, I meant like a teacup. I meant like some bags or something that I can put over my shoulder. I ain't talking about stuff that I gotta put on my back and be working like a little worker bee. So yeah, I get that. I mean, I think it happens at work a lot where you know somebody will kind of put something out there that they may need for you to do, And when they initially bring it to the table, they make it sound as if it's just something extremely simple. And then you realize that it's super involved because nobody asked any questions.
Right, that's true.
Anytime somebody asks me to do something, I set up a meeting with them to be like, okay, well, I just want to talk through exactly what it is you need because I just want to be clear that I know what the expectation is.
Right. And I think especially at work, that's super important because sometimes people ask you, hey, can you cover for me? Or
Right. What does that
whatever.
mean?
You know what I mean? Cover for you. What does that mean? Do you work for the last month because you haven't done anything? And it's due tomorrow while I'm covering?
Right.
Like, we need to know. There's questions.
I know because this young lady asked me to cover for her today, and there was things that should have been done the prior day. Obviously, we were off, but still, she could have, knowing that she was going to be off today, went in and took care of those things. But I was like, okay, I mean, it's just a few items, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's kind of like, okay, I kind of wish you would have said, okay, I'm leaving that out there for you. But it like I said, it's all in the finer details. So let me give you an example, and we'll play a little exercise, right? So, in order, rank what you would put first in terms of your priorities, right? So, the priorities are your child,
Okay.
your spouse,
Okay.
God,
Okay.
or your parents.
Okay.
So, how would you rank them from 1 to 4?
Well,
One
God's
being
going to be number one.
okay,
Because that's where I get my breath from and everything
okay,
upon waking up,
uh
period. And then
huh. 2,
your child, I
okay,
think, should be number two.
okay, 3,
Well, I don't know. Spouse or parents? Spouse or parents? It depends.
See, and so if I rank mine, I'm gonna say number 1 is gonna be God. Number 2 is going to be spouse. Number 3 is going to be child, and number 4 is going to be my parent. But if I just put that out there, they'd be like, why? The answers are in the details, people.
Okay, yeah, the answers are in the details.
The answers are in the details because somebody could be like, dang, you gonna put your spouse before your child. But yes, you know why? Because children grow up and have their own lives, right? So once they grow up and leave, you and your spouse are still there. So if you've been putting them second, it is not going to be second nature for you to just turn around and put them first. So I feel like, and it even says in the Bible, and I don't want to get all theological or anything, but it does say, the woman should cleave to her husband once she is married. So if you are going by God first, then you would know it's God, then your marriage, then your children.
Okay.
But that's just me. And it's in the details. See, you need look, God, children. I don't know about the spouse. He might be fourth.
Yes. Yeah, he might be fourth.
He might be fourth, but
a third.
But she got her reasons.
I got my reasons.
She has her reasons. So that's what I'm saying.
In the details.
That's in the details. So people got to realize, it's not always black and white.
Like, you gotta ask questions.
Yeah, it's not always.
And get the details.
And there's nothing wrong with getting the details.
I've been telling y'all to ask questions.
But the thing is, I feel like people don't realize there's nothing wrong with getting the details. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. Just to ask some questions, just to clarify some things.
Yes. because you always want to be on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? And I think it cuts down on the BS, number one, because now there's no assumptions, there's no assuming what's what. And then when it's time to have those real heart to heart conversations about something, it's not like this is the first time people have heard what you're saying. It's not the first time that they are like, oh, I didn't know she felt that way. But if you talk about it in the beginning and giving those finite details, then in the end, it makes it very easy to have, those harder conversations.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes people can ask you, hey, can you do me a favor? Yeah, sure. What? And the favor could be something so small or it could be something so extreme. If it's somebody needs you to help them, like whatever.
Pay their mortgage.
Or whatever, do stuff around the house even. Like, oh, you're really good at painting. Can you help me paint this little thing? Well, yeah. Well, you need me to paint your whole house? I mean,
that's
have to charge you. That's a different story.
Right.
And so in the details, by asking the details, we can work out a price or work out whatever, because if you don't get the details, now you're mad because you stuck painting somebody's whole house.
Right.
And feel used and abused.
Yeah.
And that person's mad, like, oh, I thought you had my back. I asked you.
And you said yes. And
Right.
so in their mind, they're like, okay, I mean, I asked you, but the thing is, like, okay, you asked me, but you knew this was a big ask, but in their mind, it wasn't, because otherwise they would have said it's a big ask. And so I always am a fan of, if somebody says, hey, can you do me a favor? I always say, girl, I don't mind doing favors, but I can tell you now, I don't like letting people borrow money from me. That's going to be a no. If I have it to give to you, I will, but I can't let you borrow it, because I feel like that is going to be the death of our friendship, because the time frame in which I think that a person should pay me back may not be the time frame that you can accommodate. So I don't deal with money, but anything else, we could talk about it, but I just need to know all the details. That's what I normally tell people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Because I'm like, a lot of the times when people asking me to do favor, really they asking my husband to help them move something or to do something, physical. And so I'm like, before you start asking me, I need to know, because I got to go to him and have a whole conversation and give him a little bit of hugs and kisses, so that maybe he will want to do you this favor.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with helping people, but for sure, I think getting the details up front is,
Yeah, I mean, what if you
good.
had a house guest and you didn't get the details up front? Like, hey, girl, I don't mind you coming to stay, but how long you plan on staying? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, that's important. Very, very, very important.
How does that look? I had a girlfriend one time, and I ain't gonna say no names, but I had a girlfriend one time, and I was helping this girlfriend out. And this is what really made me start clarifying the details up front.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was kind of like she was in a situation, and I said, you know what? You can come stay with me because I have an extra room. And so she was like, cool. So she came over and she started staying. Now that stay extended to like 3 months. And in that time, now, mind you, this person was extremely tidy. She was very good cook. She was really sweet to me, but that wasn't the problem. The problem is that I needed help to pay my rent. So I didn't mind helping you, but this can't go on forever like this without you paying anything.
Right.
No bills. Like, for a grown person in their adult life to have to pay no bills, it just like really never happens. Like once you move out there, you out there on your own, that like kind of like never happens that you can go back and not have to be concerned about how a bill was gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
So in that instance, it was weird because then I had to kind of come back and be like, all right, so I know you've been here for some time now. We need to probably think about splitting the bills. And she was not comfortable with that. And within 2 weeks, she got her own place.
Yeah, because she was living with you for 3 months, no bills saving.
So,
And was gonna ride that because you didn't get the details.
because
She
I
was
didn't get
gonna
the
ride that
details,
out
as long as she humanly possibly could.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. From that moment on, that was like a pivotal point for me
Mm-hmm.
to say, okay, I need to ask more questions um, concerning assisting people, or just concerning when somebody is asking me to do something for them, whether it's a job, whether it's a friend, whether it's, your parents, your spouse, anyone. Oh, why is that? Why am I getting a thumbs down? Oh, that was weird. Oh, you know what? That was probably my computer. That was real crazy, y'all. Is that like a thumbs down just happened? That like
We
so
thumbs up.
we're thumbs up, but yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm just like, you gotta ask details, because if you don't ask details, then you're mad. You're mad when stuff doesn't work
Right.
out, but I had to like reconcile my feelings in that situation, because I'm like, well, I never said what the detail was. I never said how long. I never said that you didn't have to pay anything. I never said that at some point we are gonna have to split the bills. Like I never said any of that.
Right. So
So
nothing was laid out up front.
right.
That's the kicker. You gotta lay it out up front. Even when people ask you for a ride, I've been caught like that before too. Hey girl, can you give me a ride? Yeah, about what time? Two. Well, I never thought where we riding to. Well, I didn't know I had to bring you to the grocery, the cleaners, pick up your kid, do this, because I would have said no. I would have said no.
Exactly.
Like I don't mind giving somebody a ride, like to work or whatever, but
right.
you're
one
not
way.
gonna take.
Look, a one way.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Well, I could do a round trip. Shantae, I ain't that mean. But you're not gonna take my time, my whole day,
Right.
without and then the scheming of it. If you gotta go like 5 places, you should ask somebody.
Right.
I mean, nobody cares about. I mean, gas is through the roof. It's so funny, when we were younger, we cared about gas money, right?
Sure did.
Give me $5.
You could not even get in the car without.
But now people don't ask for gas money. It's just high,
Right.
And you don't mind giving somebody a ride, but
dang.
get the details first. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Good Lord, because there are people out here that don't get the details for a reason.
Right, that don't give the details. So we got 3 minutes left. You got a 3-minute tip for us?
I do.
Then you talk about the grill.
I want to talk about the grill because now it's getting nice outside.
That 82-degree weather.
It's not burning hot. Well, we don't even want to go out.
Right.
So it's getting a little nice. So this will help us on health tips and time.
Yes.
So you can and unless y'all like Shantae that don't eat leftovers, hey.
Now that is not me. That is my family, my extended husband and daughter. They do not really prefer leftovers.
But anyway, on a nice evening now, since we can enjoy outside again,
right?
Because we want to be outside because we're not melting and it's burning our soul. Now we can light up the grills, keep them safe, pull them away from the house. But you can light up the grill and you can put Y'all gonna love me for this. You can get dinner and breakfast for the next day on there.
Mm.
All right, grill enough to have leftovers the next day.
What kind
So
of
it's
breakfast food you gonna put on
like
there?
a sausage or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, or you could do, eat half your steak that night, have the
Have
other
steak
half
and eggs
steak
in
and
the
eggs.
morning.
Yeah, I actually did shrimp the other day, and then I was able to have shrimp and grits the next morning.
That is a really good
And
tip.
it's time. Yeah, I save time. That's more than anything. Because I just don't have 24 hours in a day.
It's just not enough for her.
It is not enough for me to work, work,
And work.
and sleep.
Well, that is fabulous, girl. That is our time. But listen, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you have something that you are burning for us to discuss, you could always hit us up at tnthangz, THANGZ, at gmail.com. And we are happy to discuss those topics with you guys.